Welcome back, everybody. Great to have you at the Tyndale Show again. Today in the Tyndale Show, I want to introduce to you one of our newest staff members to Tyndale, Elise Ottens, and Elise has been with us for this year in a brand new appointment and position. So really keen to hear about what you're on about and what you do, Elise. So how about you start off with maybe a bit about your background and where you were before coming to Tyndale?
Well, I was born in Victoria. My parents were Salvation Army officers, so for many years we moved around lots of different places, ended up here in South Australia. I went to university and studied a degree in social work.
Okay.
Then I went straight into a job with what was then called Families SA, so it's now Department of Child Protection. Stayed there for 10 years until I had kids. I've got 2 kids, a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old. And after that, I went to work for Anglicare in a youth homelessness service. Did that for a little while. Then I went to work for my church as a creative pastor. And then I found myself here at Tyndale at the beginning of this year. So I've had a long history of working as a social worker, about 20 years. And so I'm really excited to see what this chapter holds.
Fantastic. So this new role that we've created this year, and it's something that we've been dreaming about for a few years. Tell us about that, tell us about your title, and maybe outline some of the things that you do within your role.
I job share with a lady called Melanie Potter. She couldn't be here today, but this is Mel. We are called Family Services Coordinators.
Okay.
I sit within the Wellbeing team, so that's with the healthcare centre girls and the counselling staff. And that's a great privilege to be a part of that team because they're fun, they're committed, they're caring, and they're very supportive. Our role is to be the point of contact for families. So we want to help families get into connection with various services or other people or groups that might help support them through whatever seasons they're going through. We believe in families, we think families are really important, and we try and help them wherever we can. So if families are struggling at a particular point, which we all do, we really want to be that point of contact where they can call us and say, hey, I need help in financial management, or I need help navigating my ratty teenager, or I'm a new parent, I'm navigating lots of competing demands. How do I do that better?
We recognise the importance of wellbeing, and we've talked to a few different people. We've talked to Liz Rankin over the last 6 months in the Tyndale Show. We've talked to Jan Lonsdale, and this fits really nicely into that and the importance of having kids and having families in really good places so that they can actually learn better.
Absolutely.
And that's what we're on about. What are some of the things you've been able to achieve this year?
So this year, being a new role, like you say, it was really an opportunity for Mel and I to get our hands dirty in whatever way was presented to us, whatever the needs were. So this year we've had contact with over 40 families between us. Some of those have been in crisis, others have just needed some advice. So some of the things that we've been able to do for some families is to provide some financial support and assistance. We all know that there are times when things can be a bit tighter, and this adds a lot of stress to family units. So we really want to just give them as much practical support as we can so that they can focus on providing a healthy environment for their kids. Just linking them with other support services have been helpful. So some families are going through grief or have some mental health issues, and we're able to just identify various services in the community that can actually support them and help them get to that next stage where they feel like they're coping better, and when they're coping better, the family unit functions better, and when kids are in a better functioning family unit, then they're able to come to school without the stress, without the concerns about what's going on at home, and actually focus on being taught.
So where to in the future?
We'd like to get some groups happening because we believe in the power of community, and when people belong to a community, they have a lot more resource available to them. So we're going to be starting some parent support groups. We're also going to be starting some support groups for young people at various stages of the school journey. So we would like to have those happening every term and available to every sub-school, so that every part of this school has an opportunity to receive support and information.